overall impressions of day 2 of your quarterback battle?
I have to watch the tape to be able to talk much about it. I thought they both looked like they did a nice job today. I thought the whole team, day 1 you're sort of feeling your way. Day 2, I thought they looked really, really sharp and quick and fast today, movement-wise. But second install, a lot more stuff done with the quarterbacks. I thought it looked like they did a pretty decent job of handling it and managing it.
Matt, when you go back and look at the tape of a practice, how do you balance, okay, this guy's playing with ones versus this guy's playing against ones?
I think what you end up doing, especially early on in training camp, is we're not really in the we're evaluating everything, but you want guys to make mistakes, you want guys to have issues. You can't fix perfect, but we can help them improve if they're not at that point. So we're trying to find all the things. So I think the biggest thing for me is, hey, are they doing the right job? Are they playing hard? All the sort of standards we have in terms of effort and execution. Are they doing those things? And that's why you can't make a comment on the competition every day at every position. You have to give this the time.
Matt, you had some false starts today. How much of that's related to changing cadence with different guys popping in there? So.
No, I think it's more like we want to use cadence as a weapon, so we're changing them, and we don't want to get in a situation where we've got 2 cadences and the pass rushers are teeing off on it. So we're willing to sit there and say, you know what, we're not going to back down from it. We're going to use multiple cadences. So there'll be some of those. You see the way we handle it. The guy runs right out. He misses that rep. But hopefully it's something as you see training camp, it gets less and less and less and less.
Will tomorrow be yesterday's plan, like the Baker with the
Ben and I will address in the next 2 days, because obviously Saturday night, being a bunch of people here and all those things, we'd like to start to maybe mix a little bit more. So, but we haven't sat down and talked about tomorrow exactly. We wanted to do 2 days and then make it.
The idea being Saturday, you might want who to get more reps.
I don't have that answer right now. What I was saying was more I would want to mix it a little bit more. Instead of having one guy with the ones, allow both guys to have a chance to play with the ones, and allow both of the other quarterbacks a chance to play.
Matt, apologies if you got this yesterday. You guys are down 2 corners now all of a sudden. It was one of your deepest rooms going in. Would you like to bring in another corner?
I think Scott's going to address looking at that, seeing who's out there. He's been looking at who's out there on the market, so who's available. So we'll probably bring some guys in to work out tomorrow.
I know this is a specific question, but yesterday you had Sam with the ones, today you had Baker with the ones. So now is it fair to say that you're kind of changing it and evolving it live, like the competition is in full effect in regards to you?
It's not the competition, it's just the plan, right? So it's not like we're nowhere near the point of evaluating who's where. Baker's second practice ever with us, I can't really evaluate that yet. So to me it was just, hey, the first 2 days, let's get them off to a good start, and then we make some decisions not about the competition, but about, hey, how do we want to divide the reps up? It's not an easy thing to divide the reps up, but we want to make sure we do that. So we're going to just kind of play it out. But I would expect to see things pretty much 50-50 for the immediate future, and then at some point, as I said, we'll need to make some decisions. But I think that's a long way off.
Baker was talking yesterday about how transparent this is, and how important is it that this is transparent, so they don't get in each other's heads, in their own heads, being like, why is he getting this? Why is he getting that? And everyone's on the same page going into it.
Yeah, we want to be transparent with every player on the team. We want to tell them, how we see them and what we see their roles are and all those things. I think we did a good job in this situation of just doing it on the front end, and I think that's what every player wants to know is just what he's standing. So sometimes as a coach you get busy. I think sometimes you have to make sure that you take the time out to do that on the front end, and so we're trying to make sure we do that at every position.
You talk a lot about seeing energy out there. Dante looked like he really brought it today, vocally also. Was that good for you to see a guy like that sort of taking charge?
Yeah, and for me, the being vocal, that's a sign of energy for guys who are vocal. I don't want some of our quieter guys all of a sudden think that that's a measure of anything. But if you're a guy who likes to be vocal and you're quiet all of a sudden, then it's, at the end of the day, a great quote I said sometimes saying, I took it from one of our players at one point for my first year, is just play loud. So I love the banter, I love the conversation, I love the trash talk, I love the you held me, no you didn't. I love all that stuff. I mean, Shaq's out there, he's not even doing anything, he's talking trash the whole. I love all that stuff, but at the end of the day, when we turn the tape on, are you playing full speed or not? And more important, the same part about effort is, are you focused 100%? And I think I saw a lot of that today. we talked about, there's some things that aren't great yet, and we just have to get a little bit better every day.
Baker connected with DJ a few times in the end zone. What did you like about what seemed to be a bit of rapport developing between those two?
Yeah, and I just think it's the concepts, it's the routes. I don't think it's necessarily, hey, it's this one guy. I think they saw quarters covered down there, and he knew where to go with the football. As the head coach, you're always like excited about the fact that, hey, we completed that ball, and you're upset on defense that we didn't, because obviously that's a major point of concern for us right now is red zone defense. Red zone 7-on-7 is always a little hard. There's no pass rush, there's no bodies in the way, so that's a little give and take. But DJ's working hard. I think the receiver room's working hard, and the best thing was that Baker was on time to the right spot.
Talk about special teams. What do you think about Andre Roberts back there in return?
Yeah, Andre's a guy. He's a veteran player. We're kind of managing his reps and his load right now. So, we know what he can do. I think the biggest thing is just making sure we have a great plan for him for training camp so he can hit the season.
And then all the red zone snaps went to the number one quarterback. What's the reasoning behind that?
Because we yesterday the one quarterback got it today. The one quarterback got it. We haven't really gotten into our true red zone day install. So over the next couple of days, I think you'll see some red zone days.
When you're judging the quarterbacks specifically, I know it's every position, but when you're judging them, how much is personality and leadership figuring out what you're looking for versus performance?
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, it's all about execution that leads to production. And so another part of that really is preparation leads to execution, which leads to production. So that's really all we look at. After you've done that, if your personality or all that brings people along, that's great. But no one loves a guy that no one likes a guy that tries to be a leader, tries to talk, tries to do those things, but doesn't execute, doesn't produce. So we're focused on execution and production, and then, as I said, let each player be who they are.
The reason I ask is last year you seemed to be on the word enamored or whatever with the leadership and that personality that Cam brought, the energy he brought to the team. And I'm just wondering how much that figures in energy of the quarterback.
Just what I said. I mean, at this point, execution, production, touchdowns, not interceptions. I mean, you get all that, and I think once quarterbacks get comfortable, all of that leadership and all that starts to come a little bit more once they know that the guys know, hey, I'm going to do my job.
Carlos Dunlap signed a 1-year $8 million deal with the Chiefs while we were out here. You guys have been talking about your hopes to bring in an edge rusher. Scott specifically saying that on Tuesday. Any concern that market is thinning out, or there's some guys out there you're still comfortable with?
Yeah, and I think Scott probably addressed that better than me. I'm certainly not going to talk about guys who went somewhere else, but I think we've had kind of an eye on, hey, we like the guys that we have. We like the Burnses, the Hayneses, the Yetours. We like that group, keeping an eye on other guys if they pop open as they're available. But not a major need that we feel panicked about. Just we're always trying to do a good job of looking and seeing, hey, how can we upgrade? So Scott's, I think, really on top of that.
You got a feel for how much of an upgrade you guys have made with the line yet? I know you can't see the Cavs, but can you feel just for watching them talent level, whether it's an upgrade so far for what you had before?
Oh, I think we're definitely better on the offensive line. I think the guys that were here last year, not just they've developed a long way. They've come a long way, and Coach Campion's done a really nice job with that group. So I know that's an improved area. How much we've improved, we'll see in the games. And this is all we do all of this for the games, So take this for what it's worth. Try to get better a little bit every day, but I like the group, and I think there's really good competition on the offensive line. There's a bunch of guys I know are going to make the team, but who the starting five are, that'll be interesting. We have to compete that out.
That is your first day in pads Monday or Tuesday?
We'll be in pads Monday.
Is that kind of the next step too? When you talk about preparing for the games to a different level, and I'm assuming you see a little more.
Yeah, we talked to the team about sort of the different phases of preseason. I think phase 1 is just 4-day acclimation. Guys' bodies are trying to get back right. Guys are trying to. It's one thing to train, something to train out here. Looking at Dante right now, so it feels like it's a little bit different, Dante, doesn't it? So this is an acclimation. We want to get guys through 4 days, make sure that they feel healthy, make sure that they know what they're doing. Take a day off on Sunday, and then we'll start to put the pads on. And really, we think about the next phase being the rest of the time here at Wofford as being training camp before we jump on to joint practice and some of the other things.
While we have Dante here, where would you rank his trash talk?
I don't hear Dante trash talk. What I would say is Dante is the single funniest person in this entire building. sometimes I'll look on some of the networks or different things, and I'll see different players on our team getting interviewed, and I'm like, why is Dante not doing that? So really,
I ask myself the same thing.
so Dante, I can't even take a group of guys out to dinner because at the end of the day, I try to say something, no one really can listen. It's just Dante holding court. I mean, he's absolutely the funniest person. I can't wait for his career after football because he'll do whatever he wants. But I will.
I'll be on TV. So shout out.
True, he's going to be one of our analysts. So
I love it, but not for a while.
hopefully not sooner than later.
Y'all good?
Nope.
Any other questions?
Dante.
Thanks.
Coach.